Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats, guys. The best dividend investing channel out here on YouTube, on all social media platforms, guys. We are rocking, putting out 5 videos every single week, and this is video number 3 if you think the week starts on a Monday, or video number 4 if you're from a Sunday, guys. And man, we are filming this here on April 14th, Sunday night. It's going to be a fun one, Bert.
This is so everyone, if you haven't already, before we jump in, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. You know what we love more than anything else, Lanny, besides pizza?
Dividend increases,
That's
baby.
right. That's right. Before we jump in, before we talk about dividend increases, let us know what's your favorite pizza topping, pizza style. We'd love to hear what the community's favorite pizza preferences are. I'm a boring cheese guy myself, and I like a nice crust. I'm not a thin crust person either. What about you, Lanny?
Yeah, predominantly just a cheese guy. But sometimes we'll mix it up. Maybe a little banana pepper, maybe throw in some mushrooms. Let us know in the comments, guys. Also, tag it up with what's your favorite just chain pizza? Are you a Papa, a Domino's, a Pizza Hut? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, Pizza Hut. All right, so let's jump in here. This is a huge month for dividend increase. This is an absolutely massive month here. And so far, we've only had one major increase. The dividend increases are very weighted towards the middle and back end of the month. Procter& Gamble kicked us off in style with a pretty solid mid to high single-digit dividend increase. But the fun doesn't stop there. That dividend king. That's why we're going to talk about two kings and one dividend aristocrat in this video right now.
Yeah, pretty freaking wild. Yeah, Proctor had the 7% banger, guys. And hey, by the timing of this video, maybe an increase has already been released out of the 3 stocks we're about to talk about. And more than likely, the reason why that they're in the middle or back half is everybody's waiting on the first quarter earnings releases to come out.
Mhm.
How do these companies perform? Can they pay that dividend? Can they increase that dividend? Well, given that these are all 3 companies that have done it for over 25 and some even over 50 years, you better believe that they can do it regardless at this point, guys. But we're gonna go here. We're gonna run 3 different stocks. We're not gonna go through the Dividend Diplomat stock screener, but we will reflect on each stock what their last increase was, what the payout ratio looks like, and where Bert and I think the dividend increase could land.
That's right. Number one is number one in our hearts. Number one on Lanny's top stock pick list of the week. And number one in my portfolio for individual stocks. It is Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J N J. Good old reliable. It's going to be the first dividend increase that Johnson & Johnson's announcing after the Kenvue split off. So this is going to be wild. This is going to be a lot of fun here for J&J.
Yeah, a lot of fun for J&J, guys. Again, they've had a pretty tough 2024 so far. Um, you know, Stock price is down below 150. The current payout ratio, again, we're going to focus on the dividend payout ratio in the last increase. The payout ratio is about 45%. So in that sweet spot that we like, and the last increase was 5.31%. Currently pay $1.19 per share. So, Bert, where do you think this stock is heading for their next increase, which could even have already happened now? We think it might happen on the 16th.
Right. So their last increase was 5.31%. I'm not feeling as optimistic here about Johnson & Johnson. I personally think it's actually going to be lower. I think it's going to be somewhere between 4 to 5%. And the reason I think that is because they just need a little bit more time to shake off the Kenvue split off to see where they're going and see how those future cash flows are going to be. I'm just not expecting a one to knock it out of the park, especially in a year where they're down so much. What about you, Lanny?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, let me just throw out something here. Said 6 cents, 5%, $1.19 to $1.25.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Let us know. What do you think the Johnson and Johnson dividend increase will be? And have you been buying J&J stock? Let us know below. So that's one. We have 3. The next one is pretty fun.
I'm not doing it. You're doing it. And there's a reason why you're doing this one.
All right, I own this stock, and the stock price is back below $1,000 a share, which is nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Granger,
wild.
Granger. You guys have heard it on the radio when you're driving. You've seen the big, thick ads that they send to corporations for supplies and, consulting. You've seen the trucks possibly as well on the freeway, guys. Granger, those ticker symbol GWW. The stock's just been on an absolute tear for
Absolute tear.
absolute tear. They were recently trading well over $1,000, but they're now down to $965 a share.
Big
And
sale. Big sale.
big sale, guys. Actually, the PE ratio is only 24.55 on them, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, what's interesting with Granger is their metrics are kind of funny in the sense that they have a low payout ratio. It's about 19%, but they don't have the highest dividend growth. So you'd expect someone that has this much room to increase its dividend and where a company's stock price has gone on a tear so much to absolutely reward shareholders, but that just hasn't been the case. Their 5-year dividend growth rate is 6.47%. Last year, when they had this run, it wasn't even that strong of a dividend increase. It was only 8.1%. So that's what makes Granger such a perplexing um, company when it comes to dividend increases.
Maybe they're, yeah, very conservative by nature. And I'm gonna go out here with a 9.7% increase is my guesstimate right now. My
Ooh.
dividend diplomat estimate here, guys. We're going from $1.86 to 204. Higher than their 5-year average, higher than last year. Kept it below the 10% technically. But Burr, what about you?
I didn't keep it below the 10%. I think they're going to blow it out of the water this year.
I
Everything I
hope
said
you're
about
right.
everything they said about being conservative, Laney, I don't care. I'm gonna have fun with this one. They're on a tear right now. Let's ride the heater. Let's see how many times can they roll 7 in a row here. We're gonna say this dividend increase is gonna be 12 to 15% for Granger. Granger.
Bert is calling a banger, guys. Banger alert right now. I don't know if we're going to be able to coin that phrase, but banger alert. What?
I could probably guess that someone else has coined that phrase in probably a separate industry here, Lanny.
Yeah,
All right. Dividend stock number 3. Frustrating as can be, but they've had a great 2024. IBM, International Business Machines, ticker symbol IBM. Hmm. Hmm. They're
IBM
riding this
guy.
AI boom. They are. It is wild that IBM's almost at $200 per share. They're at 182. Could you ever have imagined that, Lanny, that IBM would just take off like this?
No. But I'm sure we're both happy to see them where they're at. They achieved dividend aristocrat status a few years ago. They used to be this darling of a dividend growth stock because, man, management used to love the play on earnings, buying back all the stock, increasing EPS and therefore increasing dividends at a very heavy clip. But that hasn't been the case the last 4 or 5 years. We've seen very much small increases. The last year's increase was 0.6%. And keep in mind, they yield only 3.64% with the payout ratio at 66%.
Yeah, they've been really conservative with these dividend increases lately as they've been trying to turn things around. And this is what's going to be interesting because they kind of have turned things around, but it's all in the vision of AI, and it's going to be capital intensive to really take advantage of AI. And I think that's what we're going to start seeing with a lot of these AI companies. It's my bold prediction. Something's going to fall at some point. Um, just depends how well IBM and how comfortable they are feeling. What is your projection here, Lanny?
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to do another 1 center from $1.66 to $1.67, another 0.6% increase. Are you going to surprise us?
No, I don't think so. I'm with you. I think it's going to be another low increase. One more year, and then if the AI boom stays, then maybe we'll finally get the banger of a dividend increase.
Bert and I are both at the 1 cent increase here, guys. Do you own IBM stock? Do you have a lot of hope in growth for IBM? Not talking share price, we're talking revenue and earnings here. Do you have a lot of hope for this company? Let us know below.
All right, so let's summarize it here. Johnson and Johnson. Lanny thinks it's going to be a 5%er. I think it's going to be for a 5%er. Granger. Lanny's thinking 9.7% dividend increase. I'm thinking 12 to 15%. In IBM, we both are thinking another dismal sub 1% dividend increase.
Guys, what do you think? Let us know all your guesses below in the comments, guys. Oh, If you guys like this video, let us know if you want us to do another one that kind of is around the same type of topic and method of doing some sort of investing analysis here, guys, on dividend increases. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, B. Let's get these
Yeah.
people out.
And remember, if you're not with us, you're against us, Jack.
That was Bert, the Hurt Locker, and Lanny from the DD over and out.